The main purpose of a home inspection is to identify any issues that may affect your buying decision, such as structural problems, water entry issues, failing HVAC system, other equipment, roofing issues, things of that nature. Your focus should be on these bigger items and not on minor cosmetic issues that shouldn't affect your buying decision. I'm Katelyn Henderson, a realtor serving buyers, sellers, and investors in Sumner County and the Greater Nashville Tennessee area. As you heard, today we're going to be talking about all things home inspections, whether you're buying or selling your home. Before we get started, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss more videos like this one. It's important to know that the home inspector is there to conduct a visual inspection and should not be expected to move the seller's personal property or appliances. In my buyer expectation video about home inspections, I expand a little bit more on what those basic expectations should be from your home inspection. So make sure to add that one to the watch list if you haven't seen it already. Now let's jump into some frequently asked questions. Who should attend the home inspection? It's generally not a good idea for the seller, you, or even the listing agent to attend the buyer's inspection for a few reasons. This time is a courtesy for the buyer to give them proper time to walk the home with their inspector, usually at the end, and to be able to speak openly and ask honest questions without other pressure. Sometimes buyers like to use this time to take measurements and think about personal design ideas as well. It can be distracting and sometimes hurtful to hear that as the seller that the next owners may completely change your favorite home features. It's best not to know, and that way you're free to focus on the joys of your next journey. Similarly, it's easy to take comments about the condition of your home personally, and it risks inviting negative emotions into the transaction. If you offer input during the inspection, it can be misconstrued as a disclosure issue. If it's not something that was already on the property condition disclosure, that could create potential problems later on if it's believed that you try to cover something up during the inspection. Once you're aware of any major issues in the home, lawfully you're expected to disclose what you find out later. So that can be a significant blow if this buyer backs out. As a seller, how do you prepare for a home inspection? If I have the pleasure of being your agent, I will give you this list before we even go on the market. Of course, it's up to you how much you choose to do. Some of this may sound obvious, but you'd be surprised. Clean out your gutters. Downspouts should drain away from your home. The last thing you want is to be sending water into the crawl space or underneath the house. Cutting trees back or limbs away from the home. When I bought my first house, there was a tree in the front landscaping that if we had left it untouched would have started growing into the house. Replace any rotten wood on the exterior. So a few examples could be the front porch railing or the back deck. If you're aware of any plumbing and roof leaks, go ahead and get those fixed. An easy thing to do and often overlooked is matching light bulbs in all of your light fixtures. If the home inspector gets there and the light doesn't come on, I promise you they're not going to have extra light bulbs in their truck to test by replacing various bulbs. It will just show up on the report that the fixture's not working. Also, make sure smoke and carbon monoxide detectors work. I won't lie, I've been guilty of not replacing batteries as well, but home inspection reports are long, and by chipping away at some of these things on this list, you'll shorten it a little bit by getting ahead of these things early. Also, be sure to unlock any gates, doors, attics, crawl spaces that the home inspector might need to be able to get into, because they'll disclose if they can't access, and the last thing you want a buyer to think is that you're trying to hide something from the inspection. Get the HVAC serviced, and please replace your filters. That is one of the most inexpensive things you can do is replace your air filters before showings and your home inspections. You'd be shocked how many times this gets overlooked. If there are any minor issues that you're capable of going ahead and fixing, go for it. I strongly recommend that you also provide a report of receipts and past inspections of repair work that you've already done as an added benefit to your buyer. Another benefit as a seller, you're also welcome to order a pre-listing inspection. This can be helpful to reveal any possible repair issues before the other inspector finds them, and you can get them fixed beforehand. That way you can use your contractors on your terms to make the repairs before they ever even become a repair request. It's also advantageous because you can get multiple repair quotes and save money, as opposed to trying to repair something in a rush within their due diligence period with the first available contractor. Hopefully this will be a good tool in helping you begin the prep work on this side of preparing your home for sale before the home inspection. If there are any lingering questions I can answer for you, please drop them in the comments below. Thank you for being here and best wishes on your home journey ahead. Lastly, if we're not already connected on Instagram, I'm in my stories daily and you get to see how goofy I can actually be when I'm not in teaching mode. See you on the next video.